I think the most reasonable thing to do is to start at the kind of flawed reasoning that I take issue with the most. Okay, so it's the level at which Sam has broken his own moral landscape, which means he has been always incredibly objective about moving into an argument, looking at something, observing it, picking it apart, looking at it, describing it, and criticizing it. Like that's the critical analysis that he is really known for. And he shifted in that argument, in that conversation with the triggernometry, he shifted from more of a deontological perspective, meaning deontological, if you were to kind of like short list the definition of it, it would be we can reasonably assume that there are certain things in life and in observable reality that we know are wrong, period. End of sentence. They are wrong. They are immoral. Murder, rape, theft, right? There are certain things that we know that are just observable and objectively wrong. And that is the deontological argument, where he seemed to have shifted into more of consequentialism, which is not his normal shtick, right? He kind of moved into something where he was kind of okay with it so long as it produced a positive result. And that is the kind of flawed thinking that gets us into trouble in the bloody first place. This is how you get vote blue no matter who. Like this is the stupidity behind that kind of construct of thinking. And that's what blew me away was his absolute willingness to advocate for excusing bad behavior as a reason to overthrow a democratic process. Like, no. Like, if you're going into the marketplace of ideas, this is why free speech is so important. Is like we have to be able to observe, witness, and criticize bad fucking ideas. And this was the king of bad fucking ideas. Was to restrict freedom of speech, is because that is how we as a society criticize and determine what ideas are the best ideas for society. And Sam just kind of was through the objectivity of the ontological argument out the window and was just like, screw it. It's better to have Trump not there. And it's like, no, dude, you don't understand. I want Trump there for the reason I want to see who's insane in my society and who's going to follow him. I want to be able to argue the bad ideas that come out of his mouth, because we can't allow that to grow underneath the sod of bad ideas. Like we just can't allow it to happen. So we need to bring it up above the lawn and look at it and then destroy it if we need to. But you don't hide it just because you don't like it. And that's the biggest problem that I had with it, was just his flawed thinking that he has never advocated for.